Hey, this is Paul Solt from Brew Coffee, and I'm doing another test. This was with a bad filter. This one took about 22 seconds to drain. So we're going to see what this looks like compared to one that took somewhere between 15 and 16 seconds. So I'm going to hit start, and actually before I do, I'm going to adjust the recipe. So the last one, I had the recipe up a little bit higher than I normally do for these denser beans that I'm working with. So typically when I want to do this, I'll do closer to 210. That allows me to try and finish the pour earlier because I know it's going to be stalling at the end. It's going to be a slow drain. So this will be my final end time. I'm going to be doing a 30-second bloom, and I want the recipe to end by 3 minutes. We're going to see that it's probably not going to be possible without really being super aggressive and pouring fast in the beginning, which might still not be enough to rescue this. And that is because this filter is a slower draining filter than some of the other ones that we tested earlier. So this is a good bag, this is a bad bag, that's a bad bag, this is from a bad bag as well. So let's see what happens. I am going to hit start. Got my water, it's just boiled. I like to have it super hot right now, and I'll do 2 to 3x. Looks like I got closer to 3 to 4x the amount of coffee weight. If anything, that's going to help us get a little bit more water through it right now. Just put that to the side. And we'll see how this one does. Now, I'm using a different scale because my other one sort of messed up. This scale, I don't know how reliable it is yet, so we're going to find out. It was counting up a little bit by fractions of a gram, which was a little bit not great, but we'll just work with it for right now. My other two scales are even less functional, so I don't know if I got water in them. Sometimes they'll just get random. I don't know if it's humidity, temperature, or if I just need to replace them. Okay, so I'm going to have to probably stay ahead of the pacer, but that is really not going to be possible because I am already maxed out on the height here. So one thing you can look for is sort of the shine. You'll start to see more shine in this top edge as water is added. You can see I have a little room, and I'll add it again. We still look like we're on track, which is good, but it's probably going to be a bit slower. Now, I have had some filters that were unbleached that actually took 40 seconds to drain, and that's going to be way different for a brew recipe than this one. Still, now you're seeing that my recipe over here is not matching where I am right now, and we're limited by how much water we can add. Remember though, I did adjust the recipe, so we're actually doing pretty good for pouring a little bit faster. So by reducing the time to do your full pour, you can get closer to that target time. I'm still under the weight that I want to add for the coffee ratio. And I kind of want to match. So the last one I did a little over. So 347-ish was where I was. Give that a stir. Okay, so the 3-minute mark is sort of when I would like the recipe to end, and that's not where this one's going to end. So we'll see how different this one is. And I just picked one of the filters that took 20 plus seconds. So this one's a 22-second drain with my filter test that I showed earlier, where I pour 180 to 200 grams of water and see how quickly just the water itself can drain without any coffee. That way you're not wasting any coffee beans. So with a bad filter, towards the end, we see that it stalls. And so by stalling, it just takes forever and ever and ever to drain. So the other one was finished by about now. It was 3 minutes and 40 seconds. And so we're past that. We're over 55 seconds over. We're still draining. Almost there. So I'd say right about now is when I'd pull it, so that's 1 minute and 19 seconds. So that took, what was that, 35 seconds longer, which is not great. And we'll be able to taste that and see how that tastes.